Razor burn, daily shaving, and prickly regrowth after just one day sound familiar. There's a better way that keeps you smooth for weeks, and you don't need a salon appointment to make it happen. I'm walking you through everything beginners need to know about doing a Brazilian wax at home, from choosing products to handling the pain. Understanding what you're getting into. Here's what most people get wrong when they first think about waxing. They assume all bikini waxes are the same. A Brazilian wax removes everything from front to back, leaving you completely smooth, or with just a small strip if you prefer. Compare that to a basic bikini wax that only cleans up what peeks out from your swimsuit, or a full bikini that goes a bit further along the edges. The Brazilian is the full commitment, and honestly, that's why it delivers the best results. Why does this matter? Because knowing what you're signing up for helps you prepare mentally and physically. The first time is going to hurt. There's no sugarcoating that reality. Your skin isn't used to this type of hair removal, and those follicles are holding on tight. But here's the thing. Everyone wishes they knew earlier. It gets easier every single time. Regular waxing weakens the hair follicle, so growth comes back finer, sparser, and way less painful to remove. Most people say leg waxing eventually hurts more than their Brazilian after a few sessions. Shaving might seem easier in the moment, but you're battling stubble within 24 hours, dealing with razor burn, and risking cuts in places you really don't want. Cuts. Waxing pulls hair from the root, which means you get 3 to 4 weeks of smoothness before you even think about maintenance. Your hair grows back softer instead of those thick, prickly shavings that make tight clothes unbearable. Plus, no more shower gymnastics trying to reach impossible angles with a razor. The upfront discomfort pays off in freedom, comfort, and that feeling of wearing whatever you want without a second thought. Getting your hair ready. Walk into this with hair that's too short, and you've already set yourself up for failure. The wax needs something to grip onto, which means your hair should be about 1/4 inch long, roughly the size of a grain of rice, longer than 1/2 inch, and you're looking at unnecessary pain because the wax grabs everything in a tangled mess. This is the Goldilocks zone, and hitting it makes all the difference between a smooth result and a frustrating experience. I know what you're thinking. You want to shave beforehand because the idea of letting hair grow feels uncomfortable. Don't do it. Shaving before your wax is the #1 mistake beginners make, and it completely defeats the purpose. When you shave, you cut the hair at the surface, which means the root stays put and your hair growth cycle resets. You'll have to wait even longer for enough regrowth, and when it does come back, it's that thick stubble that's harder to wax cleanly. Trust the process and let it grow for 2 to 3 weeks after your last shave. What if your hair is already past that 1/2 inch mark? Trim it down with an electric trimmer, not scissors or a razor. Something like the chic Hydro Silk trim style works perfectly because it has a trimmer on one end and keeps everything at an even length without going too short. Just run it over the area until you've brought everything down to a manageable length. Never trim it shorter than 1/4 inch, or you'll lose that grip the wax needs. This prep step takes 5 minutes, but saves you from patchy results and having to go over the same spot multiple times. Essential products. You can't wing this with random products from your bathroom cabinet. The type of wax you choose makes or breaks your entire experience, and after years of trial and error, hard wax is the only way to go for beginners doing Brazilians at home. Strip wax requires cloth strips and works better for larger, less sensitive areas like legs. Hard wax solidifies on your skin, grips only the hair, and pulls off without strips, which means less pain and better control in delicate areas. Gigi Brazilian Body Hard Wax is the gold standard. It comes in 2 versions, one for microwave heating and one that requires a wax warmer. Skip the microwave option and invest in a proper wax warmer for around $25 to $40. Microwaving creates inconsistent temperatures, which leads to burns or wax that's too cool to work properly. A warmer keeps everything at the perfect temperature while you work through sections, and you won't be running back and forth reheating every few minutes. Grab large slanted spatulas for application. They give you better coverage and control than small sticks. You'll also need good tweezers for cleanup, because no matter how skilled you get, a few stubborn hairs always survive. Before you start, pick up a pre-wax cleanser or use isopropyl alcohol to remove oils and help the wax adhere better. For afterward, get wax remover lotion to dissolve any sticky residue and a gentle oil to soothe your skin. Budget around $60 to $80 for your initial setup, and that wax container will last you multiple sessions. Compare that to salon visits at $50 to $90 each time, and you've paid for your supplies after the second wax plus. You're in control of your schedule, your comfort level, and your own space. Preparing your skin. Jumping straight into waxing without prepping your skin is like painting a dirty wall. The results won't stick. 2 days before you plan to wax, exfoliate the entire area with a body scrub or a dry brush. This removes dead skin cells that trap hairs under the surface and cause ingrown hairs later. You want those follicles clear and ready so the wax can grab each hair cleanly from the root without resistance. Day of your appointment with yourself. Take a shower with lukewarm water, not hot. Hot water opens your pores too much and makes your skin hypersensitive to the wax. Cleanse thoroughly with soap and dry completely, because any moisture or oils will prevent the wax from adhering properly. If you have a pre-wax spray or cleanser, apply it all over the area you're about to wax. The alcohol base evaporates quickly and preps your skin perfectly without needing to rinse. Here's something nobody tells you until it's too late. Skip the coffee and alcohol on waxing day. Both tighten your pores and increase blood flow to the skin, which means more sensitivity and potential bleeding. That morning latte might seem harmless, but it's making this harder on yourself. Same goes for any energy drinks or pre-workout supplements with caffeine. Your skin needs to be as calm and cooperative as possible. Taking an over-the-counter pain reliever 30 minutes before you start is completely optional, but it takes the edge off if you're nervous. Ibuprofen works better than acetaminophen for this type of pain. Some people swear by it for their first few sessions, others tough it out. Do whatever makes you feel confident. Just never mix pain medication with alcohol, because that's asking for complications you don't need. Have you ever tried waxing at home, or are you thinking about it for the first time? Drop a comment and let me know. Mastering the technique. Heat your wax warmer and let it reach the right consistency. Thick like peanut butter, not runny like honey. Always test the temperature on the inside of your wrist before going anywhere near sensitive areas. Burns are no joke, and your skin down there is far more delicate than your arm. Stir the wax constantly while you work to keep the temperature even throughout the pot. Direction is everything, and this is where most beginners mess up. Apply the wax in the direction of hair growth using your spatula, spreading it about 1 inch wide and up to 3 inches long. Think of it like you're frosting a small section of cake, thick enough to grab, but not so thick you're wasting product. Let it sit for about 30 seconds until it hardens enough that you can tap it with your fingernail and hear a clicking sound. That's your signal, it's ready. Now comes the moment of truth. Hold the skin underneath the waxed section, taut with your free hand. This is crucial for minimizing pain. Pull the hardened wax off against the direction of hair growth in one quick, firm motion parallel to your skin. Not up and away, but flat across the surface. Hesitating or pulling slowly multiplies the pain and breaks hairs instead of removing them from the root. Rip it like you mean it. Work in small sections and never layer wax over wax in the same spot back to back. Give your skin a minute to recover before going over any missed hairs. Place a mirror on the floor angled up so you can see exactly what you're doing without contorting into impossible positions. Tackling the tricky areas. Start with the easiest parts first to build your confidence and get comfortable with the technique. The outer bikini line along your thighs is the least sensitive area and the best place to begin. Apply your wax on both sides, let them set, then remove one strip at a time while keeping the skin stretched from underneath. These sections hurt the least and give you practice before moving to more challenging zones. The inner areas require different positioning. Sit on the edge of a chair or couch with one leg propped up, or try lying on your back with your knees bent and feet flat. Some people prefer squatting slightly while looking down with a mirror positioned on the floor. There's no single right position. Experiment until you find what gives you the best view and access while keeping your hands free to stretch the skin properly. When you get to the labia, slow down and work one side at a time. Never apply wax to both sides simultaneously, because getting yourself stuck together is a nightmare scenario you can't undo. Apply the wax from the top of the pubic area down the outer lip, making sure you go past where the hair ends so you have a clean edge to grip. Stretch the skin from below near your buttocks and from above simultaneously, then pull quickly in one smooth motion. This area stings more than anywhere else, but it's over in a second. The back section actually hurts the least because the skin is less sensitive there. You'll need to shift positions, either prop one leg up higher or lean to one side. Apply the wax, let it set, and pull toward your back. Use that mirror to check your work as you go. What to avoid after waxing? Your skin just went through controlled trauma, and the next 48 hours determine whether you get smooth results or deal with irritation and ingrown hairs. Right after waxing, use a wax remover lotion on a cotton pad to dissolve any sticky residue left in crevices. Follow up with a gentle oil to calm the area, but skip heavy lotions or creams that clog your freshly opened pores. No sexual activity for at least 24 hours. Friction and body contact on hypersensitive skin leads to irritation, bumps, and potential infection in open follicles. Same rule applies to exercise. Sweat and tight workout clothes create the perfect environment for bacteria to cause problems. Save the gym session for tomorrow and spend today in the loosest, softest cotton underwear and sweatpants you own. Breathable fabric matters more right now than looking put together. Stay away from hot showers, baths, saunas, and steam rooms for the full 24 hours. Heat inflames freshly waxed skin and can trigger redness or small bumps that take days to fade. Stick to lukewarm water if you need to shower, and keep it brief. The sun is equally off limits. UV exposure on waxed skin causes irritation, potential burns, and even peeling. If you absolutely must be outside, cover up or skip direct sunlight entirely. Here's the biggest mistake people make after getting great results. They shave between wax sessions. Don't touch a razor. Shaving disrupts your hair growth cycle, makes hair grow back thicker, and means you're starting from square one at your next wax. Let it grow out for those 3 to 4 weeks, even when you're tempted. Exfoliate gently every few days with a mitt or scrub to prevent ingrown hairs and keep that skin smooth between sessions. Learning to wax yourself takes practice, and your first attempt won't be perfect. That's completely normal and expected. You're gaining control over your own grooming routine, saving money, and avoiding the awkwardness of salon appointments, which makes every session worth the effort.
If you found value in this video, you're gonna love this next one.